Hi, I'm Joel. And you might be wondering what is the reason behind this video? Why is this video is created? What is the topic? What is the idea of this video? And to tell you what, this video is going to be a discussion about a certain issue that the human resources management faces not only in our current times, but it is lingering around for quite some time. Some of the organizations and companies that we have today have this kind of issue in their work environment, and they are having a hard time getting rid of it. But before we dig deep into the issue that we are talking about here today, let me first tell you a story. A story that is based on true events that will give you an idea on what is the issue is all about. The story starts with two applicants. Let's just name them applicant A and applicant B. They are both applying for a certain position for a certain company. Based on their resume, applicant A has a better work experience, better list of personal and academic accolades, and has a good attitude. On the other hand, applicant B has a decent work experience, decent list of personal and academic accolades, and let's just say a decent attitude. But there's this one thing that applicant B has that the applicant A doesn't possess, and that is connection. Applicant B knew someone who is already working in the company that they are applying, and the person he knew holds a high position in that company. So long story short, applicant B was hired and applicant A just tried to apply for the other companies. Such a sad story it is. Imagine having all of the required skills that is needed for a certain position just for you to get beaten by a person who just knows someone in that company. So it doesn't matter what you know, it is whom you know that matters the most. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an example of nepotism. So by definition, nepotism is the practice of those who has power and influence, and they use this power of them in order to give favor to their family, friends, colleagues, especially when it comes to giving out jobs. Just like in the story, applicant B had a upper hand when it comes to being employed by the company just because he knew someone that is working there already. The person that he knew used his power in order to hire applicant B, even though he doesn't possess any relevant skills that is needed for the vacant position. And just because they are connected with each other, applicant B was hired, and logically speaking, it is not fair at all. Nepotism may be beneficial for those who benefited from it. I mean, imagine being hired by a company not because of your skills, not because of your qualifications, but because you already knew someone that is working in that company. I mean, no sweat at all. It may be good news for you, but not for the whole organization, because nepotism have a numerous negative effects for the company, and today we are going to discuss those negative effects of nepotism. So the first negative effect that we are going to discuss here in this video is poor productivity. And why does nepotism leads to poor productivity? Here is the reason why. With nepotism in the workplace, managers tend to appreciate only the employees they know well. Those employees who are close to them, their friends. And no matter how bad their work ethics is or how bad their performance are, they tend to slip away under the radar. In Tagalog, we call it pa-easy-easy lang. And on the contrary, the employees that work hard and perform well are underappreciated. Why? Because they are not friends with the managers. There is no room for recognition no matter how well an employee achieves their target. This diminishes the enthusiasm, and there is a significant drop in employee morale. Imagine working hard um, for the organization just for you to not be appreciated because you are not friends with your managers. And in the long run, it will result in poor employee productivity. So when you feel underappreciated, all your efforts are not being seen by your supervisors, your superiors. What I mean, what is the reason to continue that kind of hard work? And the engagement levels of the employees can drop significantly. Now let us move on to the second negative effect of nepotism, which is drop in employee satisfaction. When the employees sense the existence of nepotism, they tend to work less. Why? One of the reasons for this is that employees are aware that no matter how hard they work, they will never be receiving the appropriate recognition. They will be neglected by their superiors. When there is no appreciation or acknowledgement in the organization, the employees' satisfaction will drop significantly, which by then can negatively impact the overall employee experience of the workforce. And in the long run, organizational performance will drop and can hinder the company's success rate. The third negative effect of nepotism is toxic workplace. When a workplace have nepotism, that workplace becomes toxic and it can hinder the success of the whole organization. When employees spot nepotism, they feel undervalued, just like what I have said a while ago. And also, the employees feel uncomfortable. This is because favoritism comes into play, and the employees feel low at work. They are feeling unappreciated, their hard work is not seen, and moreover, employees constantly fear that any action they take will be reported to the manager without them knowing about it. This can create unwanted conflict and harm the employee relationship in the workplace. The last but definitely not the least on this list of negative effects of nepotism is nepotism can damage the company reputation. When nepotism exists within a company for an extended period of time, it brings a bad name to the company. There is a chance that your current or your ex employees do not trust the higher authority or the superiors and will definitely not recommend the company to the other applicants or the other aspiring employees of the company. And this can be a huge impact negatively when it comes to onboarding or hiring new talents and can make a huge difference in the company's success. If I am an HR manager of an organization, what I will do is to monitor the recruitment processes of the applicants in order to make sure that they all have gone through the correct process, and this will avoid any nepotism. This will avoid any use of connection because I will monitor and focus on the process that the applicants should gone through in order to become one of our employees. So, in conclusion, nepotism might be deeply rooted on some of the companies and organization systems, but I think and I do believe that there is still a way in order to prevent this from happening. It's just that we as applicants sometimes we tend to choose the easy route, the easy path. What we should do is to follow the correct process and avoid using our connection even though we have one in order to have an upper hand compared to the other applicants. I think what is needed is honesty, and just like what the saying says, honesty is still the best policy. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all to be said in this video. Thank you for listening, and I do hope that you have a good day ahead of you. That is all. Thank you.